And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Here are the five for the Raptors. They've got Emmanuel quickly out there with Barrett. Then there's Edey. And it's Barnes at the 3 spot. And for the 76ers, we've got Tyrese Maxey. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Paul George. And it's Martin in at the 2. This season has been full of surprises, Greg. What's surprising you most about the NBA right now?
Kevin, the game evolves constantly. I mean, the increased speed of the league. A lot more scoring. If your eyes aren't glued to the action, you might miss it.
It'll be the Raptors off the tip. And here is quickly. Onside, Barrett. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Philadelphia with the ball. Here's George, and they cash in right away with a quick shot.
Gorgeous. That pull-up jumper is simply gorgeous. Paul George rises above everyone.
Quickly with it, pass to Edey. Now, here's Barrett. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute. Coach had praise for one of the opponents tonight, the versatile Scotty Barnes. He told me Scotty's somebody that can do it all. He can score, pass, rebound, and defend multiple positions. And that's rare for a player his age. So, Kevin, Scotty's still growing as a player.
Thank you, David. Now, here's George. Following the miss by Scotty Barnes. From 13. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
Now, quickly. Last time, 14 points for him. Barrett for 3. Rebound, Andre Drummond. 76ers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Martin finds George. Now, here's Maxey. He's covered closely, and the dunk by Embiid.
And talk about effort. Embiid staying with that one.
Here's Barrett, coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. The 11-footer, and there's it, and that's good on the assist by Barrett.
Assisted by R.J. Barrett.
The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Doris, something R.J. Barrett can do well is put stress on that defense with his three-point shooting.
Well, he's a little bit of a streaky shooter, Kevin, but it never affects his confidence. This guy just keeps coming at you and keeps believing in himself. Historically, his shooting gets better over the course of a season. What a connection DeAndre Ayton has with his guys. Great timing on the alley-oop.
And that one's good, Maxey.
There you go. Not the best start, but maybe that's the shot that gets him in rhythm.
Quickly looking it over. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
Here's Barnes. Paul George making his last shot. Back to quickly. Onside, Barrett. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ayton. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The 76ers leading by 4. George passes to Maxey. Here's Embiid. Again, Philadelphia.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
To the middle. Here's Ayton. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4. Now, here's Maxey. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Miami. Outside, George. Inside, here's Embiid. The shot's good on the assist by George. 6 points for Joel Embiid.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Barnes. It's hauled in by George.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
Maxey passes to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
Toronto trails by 8.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Ayton. Onside, Barrett. Pass to Edey. He kicks to Ayton. Shot clock at 3. A 3 from Quickly. It's good from long range.
Oh, this is Quickly's game in a nutshell. This guy's thinking score as soon as he touches it.
Maxey against Quickly. Maxey passes to George. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. And he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
His first personal foul.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
At the line
You've seen, Doris, Paul George's journey from role player to MVP candidate.
There's a reason, Kevin, Paul George is one of the most emulated players in the league with young people. His game is so well-rounded, and maybe his best attribute is his adaptability. Paul George is equally comfortable either being the lead man or, if need be, he can play with 2 or 3 other stars and still be effective. Really incredible.
And he makes the first. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
He hits the second from the line. The specter of injury seems to always loom over Paul George's career, Doris.
Well, Kevin, I think it's very hard for Paul George fans to take out of their mind completely that gruesome injury he suffered. But we've got to give this young man a ton of credit. He has managed his play and his health to a very high level and still one of the most gifted players this game has seen. Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
Boy, he's been relentless, and to this point, they haven't had an answer.
And a moment to check out Tyrese Maxey here. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, putting up about 22 points per, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
Outside, Martin. Embiid inside. He's got 8. It's blocked. Barnes against George. Barnes outside. Here's Ayton. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Well, DeAndre Ayton should own the paint. Nice touch there.
Outside, Martin. To the wing on the left. 18 feet out. Rebound by the Raptors.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And here is Quickly. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Barnes kicks to Barrett. Offline with his 3.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Maxey passes to Embiid. with the rebound.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 6-point lead. Embiid trying to break loose. A nice shot by George. George has got 9 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Quickly with it. And there's the pass to Ayton. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first with some changes. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Drummond. Gordon comes in for Martin. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Maxey. Mitchell against Lowry. George looking around. Drills the three-pointer. George has got 12.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
The drive by Mitchell. Wide open look here for Murray, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Mitchell dishes to Ayton. And the rejection by Lowry.
Kyle Lowry does so many things well on the basketball floor, but always the foundation of his game is that tenacity defensively.
It's good. 14 points for George. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the 76ers?
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Here's Mitchell. Paul George making his last shot. Murray for 3. It's hauled in by George. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Oubre, no one around him. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Mitchell kicks to Ayton. Oh, Ayton in position. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for DeAndre Ayton. Here is Lowry. No scoring in this one. Pass to George. Bounce pass from Lowry. Embiid against Ayton. Embiid, no good. Toronto trails by 8. Here's Rupert. His last outing, he had 8 points. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Martin, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And Toronto also making a switch. Fernando's checked in. Here's Fernando. Toronto working the ball around now. Pass to Rupert. Shot clock at 5. Over Gordon. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And now let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look at Philadelphia. Right now, the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong. And, of course, Toronto. They're much further down in the standings right now.
Well, right now for the 76ers, they have to be feeling very confident as the postseason gets closer. It's been a nice regular season for them. Maybe they haven't achieved every one of their goals, but they are right there.
Here's Mitchell after Eric Gordon's bucket. Mitchell passes to Bassey. Mitchell against Lowry. Pass to Oubre. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
See, Kelly Oubre understands how to take advantage of his athleticism on the interior. That's nice.
The 76ers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Junior taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Kelly Oubre Jr. entered this league as a dynamic athlete, excellent in the open floor, but give this young man credit. He's worked hard to develop the perimeter game that's absolutely critical to success.
And Toronto making a change here. Shepard's checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. They trail by 11. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now, here's Oubre. His last outing, 16 points for him. Outside, Martin. Lowry looking around. On the wing, Gordon. Lets it go. Up again, and Embiid is right there. Embiid's got 10.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now, here's Mitchell. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Murray. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Now, here's Oubre. He's tightly guarded.
With Kelly Oubre, you know this guy's going to be in attack mode. Contact or no, this guy's going to be aggressive.
The 76ers have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
Man, they are just living at the line.
And he's good on the second. Here's Mitchell. He has yet to score. Got it off in time, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the 76ers. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Setting the floor for the Raptors. We've got Shepard, Murray out there with Scotty Barnes. Then there's Emmanuel quickly, and it's Fernando in at the center position. And here are the Raptors now, following the three-pointer by Tyrese Maxey. 5 on the clock, nobody near Barnes. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Right side, Gordon. Over Shepard. And it's Gordon missing.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And hey, we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Murray against Martin. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
And how about the numbers on Andre Drummond? An amazing run for him the second half of the season. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Now here's Gordon. Kicks it to Martin. Oubre, left side. Here's Drummond. And the layup's good off the glass.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Now, quickly. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Rebound by the 76ers. Next step for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Here's Oubre. Good D by Barnes. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. We have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. A reserve through his first 3.5 seasons. Quickly now stepping indoors to a starting role.
You know, Kevin, you go from instant offense role off the bench to now being a lead guard. The responsibility takes an extraordinary step up. But this guy is clearly ready. Quickly wanted to be a starter in this league.
And here are the 76ers now. The Raptors getting the bucket. Drummond in the post. Count it. Good. Drummond's got 4 this quarter.
This is what we call strength from a veteran big man. Andre Drummond, no stranger to taking punishment and scoring through it.
Now, here's quickly. He has 5. Poked loose and stolen by Maxey. Here's Martin. The putback. Feeds it to Oubre. Here's Maxey. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Probably the last guy you want to foul out there. Maxey almost automatic at the strike.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Free throw good, Maxey. And the 76ers with some changes. George comes in for Martin. And Kayla Martin subbed in for Gordon. Maxey hits them both. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the Raptors call time here.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks.
Well, some rookies have been making a name for themselves on the glass this past month. Let's see who we're talking about. Well, you look at Edey, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game.
And every team in the league needs a guy who can go and get. I mean, his great work on the boards certainly endear him to the coaching staff.
Now, here's quickly.
76ers foul.
He's got 5.
IQ is fearless, baby. Absorbs the foul and continues on his way.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And typically, a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
First free throw is good. Well, a trend that we've seen over the past couple years is that the league is getting younger, Doris, than ever before.
And, Kevin, that's a product of players starting to train seriously at a young age. And what they're training is their skill level, handling, passing, and shooting. The key here is, do they have a nuanced understanding of the game? There is where the growth has to come, but it is definitely getting younger. Well, think about this, guys. Early in his career, quickly finished second in Sixth Man of the Year voting. He's also proven he can be a capable starter in this league. That's big-time value.
Now, here is Martin. Still without a basket. Clock at 6. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Boy, you love to see this level of awareness from a big like Drummond. How about that feed to his teammate?
Now, here's quickly. He has 7. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Andre Drummond picks one up. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
At the line for the away team, Emmanuel quickly. 2 shots.
A free throw drops for quickly.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Outside, Maxey. Edey with the rebound.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Now, here's George. He's got 14. Martin wide open. He fires. Off target from three-point range. And it's Drummond missing. Toronto trails by 19. And here is quickly. 9 points in the game so far. And again, Toronto no luck. Barnes against Oubre. Here's George. Basket good. 16 points for Paul George.
Don't you get the sense that Paul George relishes these challenges? He knows he's a top-tier player. He fears no one.
Pass to Rupert. Back to quickly. On the wing, Barnes. Covered by Oubre. Barnes can't get it to go. The 76ers leading by 21. Another shot. And Barnes sends it back.
Send it back, Scotty Barnes. Show off that defensive acumen.
The Raptors have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Quickly with it. Here's Rupert. Pass to Edey. On the wing quickly. 4 on the shot clock. basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
That's the handles of Emmanuel quickly on display. This guy is so good with the ball in his hands.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match.
Check in for the 76ers. Lowry comes in for Maxey. Charles Massey, he's checked in for the Raptors. The pass to Embiid. And the jam by Oubre.
A spectacular finish by Oubre. He's got that airtime to get creative.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Quickly against Embiid. The shot's good from Quickly. Quickly's got 13.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
To the paint. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Sixers ball.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Toronto.
Davian Mitchell.
Barrett against George. Just 5 to shoot. Launches from deep. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Edie's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Quickly, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Emmanuel Quickly in a nutshell right there. Absorbs the contact and finishes the play.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. Ayton, he's checked in for Edie. The 76ers leading by 18. Passes it to Oubre. Got a piece of it. Martin kicks to Oubre. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Charles Bassey.
Here's a look at the teams that have been dominant offensively over the course of the past month. The 76ers third.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Oubre.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And the Raptors making a change here. Shepard's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And didn't shoot it all that well from the line in the first quarter. Doing a much better job now in the second, up over 80%.
Here's Bassett. Still scoreless. There at the pass to Shepard. Raptors moving the ball around. Barrett, no good. The 76ers leading by 20.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone. on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
Now, here's Mitchell. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Shot clock at 6. Here's Shepard. Bassey. Great positioning on the putback.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Lowry kicks to Oubre. Back to Lowry. Over Mitchell. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the 76ers lead by 20.
The handles, the bucket. That's a beautiful play from Lowry.
Onside, Barrett. Pass to Shepard. Tries it from 19. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. Now Lowry. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Embiid against Ayton. Embiid, no good. Toronto trails by 20. Outside, Barrett. Pass to Shepard. Raptors need to get a shot. And Barrett slams it in.
Wow, the hammer by R.J. Barrett. How about that athleticism?
Lowry kicks to Martin. And there it is for him. Martin's got his second basket of the game.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Now, here's Mitchell. Hasn't made one yet. And the shot goes down.
We've seen this time and again. R.J. Barrett will not be deterred by a little contact.
Lowry against Mitchell. Outside, Martin. Here's Embiid. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Now, here is Lowry. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal
That
foul.
one on George. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
At the line for the away team, R.J. Barrett taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. So both teams making some changes here. And so Barrett nails both of them. Lowry inside the line. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, an early lead and a lot to like in the performance thus far. Would you agree?
Oh, I thought we played great. Defensively, I know that I had someone behind me if I made a mistake that was going to protect the win. I thought we did great.
We know the adjustments are coming, and we'll see who takes advantage. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. And from what we saw so far from the 76ers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Their control of the boards is a big reason for this lead. Seems like it might have been their game plan coming in. Send multiple guys to the rim when the shot goes up.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
They're getting abused in the paint defensively, letting their opponents set the tone. Can't match up physically, you're toast. That's what the scoreboard is reflecting right now. Toast with butter.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
TNT.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Andre Drummond is out there with George. Then there's Caleb Martin. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Maxey in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Paul George. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, putting up about 25 points per game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down the opponents.
Now, here's Barrett. Ayton trying to break free. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Kelly Oubre.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
I think one of the things I most admire about R.J. Barrett's game, he can do a little bit of everything. He can score it, board it, pass it at a high level. This young man can play the game.
And so Barrett nails both of them. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. The pass to Martin. Into the lane.
Away team foul. Eden. That's his first personal foul.
The 76ers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
The line for your Sixers, Caleb Martin, taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time. Toronto trails by 18. Here's quickly. The rebound by Paul George. Now the 76ers with it. Takes it from 10, and it's blocked.
R.J. Barrett has strength and length on the defensive end, and that makes that block an easy one.
It's Barrett on the wing. Maxey against quickly. Back to Barrett. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The three from Barnes gets the three-pointer to fall. Barnes has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. When you think about Scotty Barnes, Doris, it's amazing how good he already is.
Kev, it's remarkable that he can affect almost every aspect of the game at a high level, meaning he can guard the opponent's best player, but he can also fill up the box score on the offensive end. Points, assists, rebounds, he can do it all.
And Barrett gets it to go.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Maxey passes to Drummond. And the call will be against Emmanuel Quickly. That's his first foul. And the 76ers call time here.
Second team foul. Timeout for the Sixers.
The numbers for Joel Embiid. And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds. What a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. Now, here's Maxey. He has 7. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Tries again. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers.
That's his
on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And that matchup against the Heat, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Free throw good, Maxey. No good on the second free throw.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
And the call will be against Emmanuel Quickly. That's his third foul of the game.
Third team foul.
George against Barnes. And George kicks to Maxey. That's tipped. And stolen by Barrett. Good work defensively by Martin.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Here's Maxey. The good-looking shot from the wing. Maxey's got 10. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Quickly up top. He's covered by Maxey. Pass to Edey. Now Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Maxey kicks to George. 6 feet out. Again, Philadelphia.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Maxey against Quickly. Outside Barrett. Banked in off the glass. Barrett's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Drummond. Outside for Martin. Just 4 to shoot. And here's George for 3. Rebound by the Raptors.
Well, He's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Barnes can't get it to go.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Passes it to Martin. Pass to Embiid. There's the steal. Onside, Barrett. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Barrett's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, what you've seen from R.J. Barrett is attack mode. The coaching staff wants him to sustain this level of aggression.
Martin for three. Buries the long-range jumper.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
And the Raptors call time here.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. Far too many.
76ers. Kelly Oubre's checked in for George. And Martin is in for Caleb Martin. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. 15-point game. And he banks in the layup. Barnes has got 5.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And the pass to Embiid. Toronto grabs the miss. Bassey's got his 4th rebound in this one. This is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of the NBA's top defenders down low. The league's leaders in rejections this month. 3rd is Joel Embiid and, of course, Zach Edey.
I mean, those two have been playing some special low-post defense, and a lot of the shots I've seen them swatting away aren't easy to get to.
The first one falls. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Toronto. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The 76ers leading by 12 to the inside. Rebound by Mitchell. Toronto, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the 3rd. Up and in on the layup. Mitchell's got his first basket of the night.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Now, here's Maxey. 10 points for him. And here is Drummond. He kicks it to Embiid. 5 to shoot. That one goes in. 16 points for Joel Embiid.
And this is the beauty of Embiid's game. He has a shot from anywhere on the floor.
Here's Mitchell. And Embiid with the block. Oubre passes to Martin. And finished off by Martin.
Excellent recognition from Kelly Oubre right there. So solid, sensing when one of his guys is open.
Pass to Fernando. Back to Mitchell.
Philadelphia foul. Tyrese Maxey. That's his 3rd personal foul.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
I think tonight has also, guys, been about the lost art of the mid-range jumper. If you utilize that in-between game right, there's plenty of value in it.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Some changes for Philadelphia. Gordon comes in for Andre Drummond, and Kyle Lowry subbed in for Maxey. The Raptors also with a sub. Murray's checked in. And Mitchell drops them both. Lowry with the ball. Kicks to Martin. Back to Lowry. Embiid, the pass to Oubre. Offensive rebound. Embiid, no good. Toronto trails by 12. Mitchell looking it over. Murray outside. 6 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Murray's got 5.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
To the middle. Here's Martin. Here's Embiid. Embiid is just too strong inside.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot.
Toronto calls timeout.
Definitely not numbers for Murray. How his last 10 games have been. He's putting up 6 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And it's nice to be able to bring someone with his defensive skill set off the bench.
I think, in fact, to win a championship, you usually need a guy like this on your roster.
Passes it to Fernando. Murray against Martin. Pass to Rupert. Jacks up a 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Well, great decision to kick it out. Trust that your teammate will knock down the shot.
Mitchell against Lowry. Pass to Gordon. The 3. Good on the triple. Gordon's got 5 now.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Murray. He's got 5. Second chance shot. That one misses. Good D by Embiid.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Rupert. While recovering. The pass to Fernando. Count that one. Fernando's got his second basket.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Down low, here's Oubre, and finished off by Oubre.
This guy's a super quick leaper. Oubre doesn't need much time to get off the floor.
Pass to Murray. Back to Mitchell. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. There's the feed to Oubre. And it's blocked. Murray against Lowry. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Back to Murray. Here's Rupert, defended by Gordon. Mitchell against Martin. The shot by Mitchell, no good. And so Lowry will bring it up for Philadelphia, leading by 12.
Well, being aggressive and assertive, the big man snatching the rebound.
Here's Fernando, covered by Oubre, kept alive, and that one's good. Bessie.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
The 76ers leading by 10. Pass to Embiid. Shoots from 14. Got a piece of it. Here's Rupert, defended by Gordon. Mitchell. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Philadelphia's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Scooped up. Oubre can't get it to go.
Boy, a forgettable night for him, but thankfully his teammates have played well overall.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. And the possession by Embiid. And so it's Philadelphia going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll return shortly.
72.
And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So for Toronto right now, Emmanuel quickly out there with Barrett. Then it's Barnes. Then there's Edey. And it's Bassey in at the foreshot.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And give credit to Maxey for just being aggressive inside, earning that whistle in the process.
At the line for your Sixers, Tyrese Maxey. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Maxey. And so he hits both. Toronto trails by 12. Pass to Edey. Here's quickly. Out to Barrett. Quickly against Maxey. 6 to shoot. And that one's good. Quickly.
Well, this is quickly in a nutshell. This guy can light up a defense in a hurry.
Pass to Drummond. Quickly against Maxey. Back to Drummond. Maxey trying to free himself up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
Well, this has been the book on defending Andre Drummond on the interior. Make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Andre Drummond. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Drummond.
Guys, what I appreciate about Andre Drummond is that he understands his role night by night. Be physical, defend the basket, rebound with great intensity. He gives it to you every single night.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Martin's checked in. DeAndre Ayton's checked in for Toronto. That one is no good.
I think of Andre Drummond as a big man's big man. He's a steadfast presence in the paint who really focuses on owning the backboard and attacking the rim.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA, had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes, especially, took a leap.
One shot.
Well, of course, Scotty Barnes won the Rookie of the Year in 21-22, guys. And you talk about a well-rounded basketball player who will affect winning with both his offensive ability and his defensive versatility.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul,
That's
shot
his
misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Third team foul. At the line for your Sixers, Joel Embiid. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
I really don't think there's a more impactful player in the league. Even on nights when his stats don't show it, Embiid changes everything when he's on the floor.
And Embiid drops them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Barrett with the ball. He's against Martin.
And how about the anticipation from the big fella? Embiid is one of the league's premier shot blockers.
It's up a 3, and there's a whistle. That goes on Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes.
That'll be his second
That's
foul
his
of the
second
game.
personal foul. Third team foul.
And so George will bring it up for the 76ers. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Outside, Maxey. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Toronto trails by 10. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Boy, the defense tight inside, but Barnes just persevering.
Shooting for the away team, Scotty Barnes. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Barnes. Barnes hits them both. And here are the 76ers now. 8-point game. Inside. Oh, Embiid, too tough inside.
Looming large on the interior. Embiid, hard to deny.
Here's Heaney. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid.
To the away team.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Philadelphia leading by 10. The shot by George, wide open, and count it from 19 feet away. George has got 20 points.
Boy, nice job by Paul George to make himself available, gets to his spot, and gets it off quickly. How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Now, here's Maxey. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Martin against Barrett, just 5 on the clock. Martin with the bucket. And the 76ers lead by 12. Toronto, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Feeds it to Barrett. Maxey against Quickly. To the paint. Here's Ayton. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
The assist.
14 points for DeAndre Ayton. Outside, Maxey. Now the pass to Martin. Sinks the triple. Martin's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, clever pass there from Maxey. So good at finding his teammates.
Down low, here's Barrett. The teardrop falls in.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Philadelphia leading by 11. Maxey kicks to Embiid. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That'll be his second foul of the game.
He's really taking care of the ball. That's just his first turnover of the night.
Quickly against Maxey. To the inside. Edie, count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
That's his
They're trailing, but they are really battling, working the ball down low, getting good looks in the paint. The inside game much improved from where it was in the first half.
One shot.
And that one misses.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Here's George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Paul George is a difficult defensive assignment precisely for this reason. He's going to force you into contact.
At the line for Philadelphia, Paul George. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Good on both.
I think the experience Paul George possesses is so valuable to his team. This guy is such a seasoned vet.
And here's Barnes for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Barnes has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
And the 76ers call time here. Over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. Now, he kept it simple in the huddle. He said, play smart. If we don't beat ourselves, we walk away with the win. Keep it simple, and we got this. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David.
Nice shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Here's Barrett. Passes to Quickly. Clock at 6. Rebound by the 76ers. Drummond's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's Martin. It's rebounded by Quickly.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
And that one's good. Barnes.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
Now, here's Maxey to the wing right side. Here's Drummond. Some solid defense from Ayton.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And now the 76ers on the break. Martin the pass to Maxey. And he comes up with the deuce.
A pretty nimble guy. Maxey mixes up the defender with that dribble move to create space.
Quickly kicks to Barrett. Lays it up and banks it in.
R.J. Barrett.
Barrett's got 22 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And it's George missing.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
The shot's good from Quickly.
That's about activity, determination, Quickly finishing strong.
Now Martin. Pass to Maxey. That one falls. Maxey's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And in that pick and roll action, you have to stop the ball first. Maxey too good with the rock in his hands.
Ayton finds Barnes. No good there. Excellent D there from George.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Maxey, no good. And so Quickly will bring it up for the Raptors. Trailing here by 8. Here's Barrett. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's for Philadelphia. They've gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
15 foul. At the line for Philadelphia, Tyrese Maxey. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Maxey. And Philadelphia making a change here. Oubre's checked in. And Toronto also making a switch. Mitchell, he's checked in for Quickly. Maxey hits them both.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really, since we came out of the half.
Barnes down low. Covered by Oubre. And it's blocked.
Well, you think about this guy as a 3-and-D guy, but Oubre showing why he earned that label. How about that effort on the defensive end?
Here's Embiid. Big man play by Embiid off the rebound.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Now, here's Barrett. Good work defensively by Martin.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. On the wing, Mitchell. He's covered by Maxey. Here's Ayton. And the Raptors miss again. The 76ers leading by 12. Outside, Martin. Oubre on the wing. Stolen by Mitchell. And now the fast break. Mitchell with the ball. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
Well, just terrific anticipation to force the turnover and ignite the break.
Now, here's Maxey. Inside. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Maxey against Mitchell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kelly Oubre.
This is a guy very willing to put his body on the line. Scotty Barnes gets that defense to commit and accepts the contact.
Scotty Barnes taking 2 shots.
shooting 2.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. Here's Maxey.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play here in the fourth. Embiid is at the elbow. Rebound by the Raptors. And Davion Mitchell gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Embiid. The 10-footer. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. To the middle, here's Barnes.
Look how ready Barnes is to play physically. He insists on finishing his motion.
15 foul. At the line for the away team, Scotty Barnes. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 8. Barnes hits them both, and Philadelphia calls time here. They're leading by 7. A minute 20 left in the fourth. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Joel Embiid.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's given him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. Pass to Oubre. We've got 1:08 left to play in the final quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his 4th personal foul. Team is already in the penalty. At the line for Philadelphia, Kelly Oubre Jr. 2 shots.
2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that stretches their lead to 8. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here. Toronto's gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Barnes again through Bray. And that one's good. Barnes.
It's problematic for the defense because Scotty Barnes has been allowed to catch his rhythm, and his game is really flowing right now.
Maxey looking it over. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Toronto calls timeout. They're behind by 7. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .44 seconds left in the game. To the inside. Barrett, no good. And so here is Philadelphia. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. And there's the pass to Drummond. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. The 76ers again can't hit it. And Barnes has got the ball here for Toronto. 7-point differential. And here's Martin. So the 76ers win it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, in the past, you've had some critics, and you haven't run away from that. So what are you looking to prove out there?
Just being dominant, so I want, every time people hear my name, I want them to know that I'm a dominant player.
That was certainly the case tonight, man. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you next time.